Kevin Iole's here with us as he's down in Atlantic City. And, there's a lot of intrigue about Williams and Martinez. The winner could be set up for bigger things down the road, or will they? Are they kind of stuck in an area where there aren't a lot of big fights? And is this dream of fighting Manny Pacquiao a fallacy for both guys?
Yeah, I think it's a fallacy. I mean, Bob Arum has come out. I did a column on it on Yahoo Sports that was up on Wednesday, Steve. And, and it doesn't make sense for either one of them. Maybe slightly more sense for Sergio Martinez than for Paul Williams. But, I mean, think about it. Manny Pacquiao is 5'6" with a 60-some-inch reach, and Paul Williams is 6'2" with a 82-inch reach, a bigger reach than Vitaly Klitschko has. Can you imagine him standing next to Manny Pacquiao at a stare-down? Manny would be staring at the middle of his chest. I mean, it's just, the size difference between these guys. And Manny is a small guy who's moving up, and he's moved up to this point, but I think he's reached his limit. Not that, I think that, his comfort weight is no bigger in size, and I think, he's proven he has nothing more to prove. He's proven whatever he needs to, and established his greatness as a fighter, and it just doesn't make sense to my way of thinking for Paul Williams and or Sergio Martinez to be fighting him. They ought to be looking to create their own business as opposed to trying to, kind of jump on the back of Manny Pacquiao.
So Martinez would have no shot, you don't think, to get the fight?
I would think it's very unlikely. I mean, Arum already said no. Now, Bob has changed his mind in the past, and circumstances could dictate that. But it's just, he's a bigger guy even than Antonio Margarito. At the 30-day weigh-in, I think he weighed 176 for the WBC. That's a big guy. And, the night of the fight, what is he going to be? He's going to be, in the high 160s, you would think. If he rehydrates even 10 pounds, I mean, if he rehydrates like Margarito did, he's going to be in the mid 170s. So, Pacquiao at that point would be giving up 25 pounds. I mean, it's just getting to be, a little bit much. And, so I just don't see that being a fair fight. Speed is dominant, but at some point the speed isn't going to make a big difference, is it?
He can make 140. Those are where the best fights are at. I don't think Manny needs someone else big to sell a fight. He can sell it on his own. So why don't they turn their attention back down towards 140?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really – I mean, here's the thing. I don't like the Mosley fight from Pacquiao's standpoint for this reason. If you're selling Pacquiao and you're looking at, you're going, what good can come of this fight? Shane Mosley got – just absolutely trounced by Floyd Mayweather. Wasn't even in the fight except for one brief flurry where he landed a right hand, and Floyd survived that. And for the rest of the 11 rounds and 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the other round, Floyd was totally dominant. He struggled really badly against Sergio Mora. Looked poor in that fight. You go back a couple of years, he didn't look very good against Ricardo Mayorga. The only fight he looked good against was Antonio Margarito. And so what good comes of beating him for Manny Pacquiao? But a lot of bad could come. If Manny Pacquiao goes in there and gets caught with a shot by this guy, then all of a sudden it really hurts Pacquiao's career. And to me, the more competitive fights, the better fights are fights against guys like Timothy Bradley and Devin Alexander, Amir Khan's his sparring partner, so I don't think you'll see them fight at least anytime soon. But those are the kind of fights, assuming a Mayweather fight's not there, that I think would make the most sense. Juan Manuel Marquez would at 140. I mean, I think that would be a great fight. Marquez kind of proved that he can't really fight much higher than that.
You think Marquez, does he have a chance to get the third fight? I know Freddie Roach has mentioned it as a fight that he'd like to see, but it seems like Arum's kind of against it.
No, Arum's not against it. I mean, I think it's certainly a fight that Arum would think about. I think he's more focused on Mosley simply because it's easier to make the Mosley fight. Mosley is not contractually obligated to fight for Golden Boy. He owns a piece of Golden Boy Promotions, but as a fighter himself, he is not contracted with Golden Boy. So he can go out and he can deal with Don King or Golden Boy or Top Rank, whoever he wants to sign with, Gary Shaw. And he can fight for them while still owning a piece of Golden Boy. So that because of the nuclear winter that exists between Golden Boy and Top Rank, it's hard for them to do this. That makes it harder for Marquez to get the fight because Arum basically is insistent upon the fact that if he signs Marquez, Golden Boy just will sign a contract and Top Rank will promote the fight and handle everything, and Golden Boy will stay in the background. And